After failed fusion surgery, she found relief. Our goal is to give you the tools so you can make better healthcare decisions. Our goal is to inform you of what outcomes are for specific therapies so you can get your life back on track. Back pain treatment tends to sometimes be like a bouncing ping pong ball where you go from provider to provider and never find relief. Our goal is to help you so you can avoid the ping pong ball experience. Doctors are not obligated to report findings, outcomes, so you don't very often know what the result of a specific therapy is or should or could be. What we do is a little bit different. So we want to give you options. We want to let you know that there are options for you. This patient that we're talking about had back pain, would come and go, and then one day it wouldn't go away, period. Tried everything and it didn't go away, so she had fusion. 51-year-old female, back pain and sciatica for 28 years. Again, her pain had come and go. And during that time, as it would come and go, she would see chiropractors. And the chiropractors would help her. Chiropractors treat a lot of back pain. They helped her. But one day, something happened and the chiropractor no longer was able to help her, and it was bad. And she tried injections. Didn't get better. She wasn't any better. Saw multiple surgeons. She ended up having a lumbar fusion. A lumbar fusion is where they attach rods and screws right into the vertebrae and they hold it all together. Fused it. Exactly what it sounds like. It was fused together. Serious. And she felt better for a while. And then one day, 3 months after the surgery, something happened. She felt something pop. Pain came back, and it came back worse. So now she's had the surgery and the pain came back. That's called failed back surgery syndrome. So she had a fusion and it failed. And then she started trying more injections. Didn't work. And then she started taking a lot of hydrocodone, narcotics. The narcotics weren't working. She was taking more every day. And then she started getting a little bit depressed. So she started taking antidepressants. And she was taking Lyrica. Nothing was helping. And she started to lose hope. She was frustrated. She was hopeless. She was in a lot of pain every single day, and she started getting more depressed. And one day she thought she was going to end it all. She was just going to end it. She was saving her medication, and she was going to take it and end it. And then she heard about us. We have the ability to treat the disc. And when you treat the disc, you tend to get a little bit better. But I came across a research study, talked about the effectiveness of injections. Now again, this is all about the tools. This is all about helping you make better decisions. How do you make better decisions? Well, you make better decisions by knowing what the outcomes of therapies are. 9 million injections given every year in the United States. 9 million. 25,000 per day injecting cortisone directly into the spine. 25,000 per day. It's a lot. Here's the kicker. 50% of the time it's effective. It's 50-50. Half the time it works, half the time it doesn't. What happens when you do when it doesn't work? Don't know. When you get injections into your spine, they'll inject right in there. When they inject it, you now run the risk of fracturing the vertebrae because cortisone causes a breakdown of the connective tissue. There's a 21% increase in the likelihood or the risk that you're going to fracture the vertebrae. Okay. So what's the outcome? 50% of the time it works. You also run the risk of getting a fracture. That's the outcome. Didn't work for her. She tried the injections, it didn't work. Fusion. Some stats say that fusion fails 50% of the time. That's the outcome. We know that 20% of all fusions are refusions. So what does that mean? It means 20% of the time you end up getting another fusion. Okay, and there's probably more people that would get another fusion, but they choose not to. Just like our patient. She chose not to. She didn't want to have another fusion. First one didn't work. Her thought was, why do I need a second one? What good is the second one going to do? Because at that point in time, it's a slippery slope where it just gets worse. Yeah, she couldn't have got any worse because she was at her wit's end. And really, she was going to kill herself. This is her story. I know the volume's not on now. We're not going to play it now, but there's going to be a link in the description box below. And we'll put it right at the top of the link where it's her video, and you can go watch her video. I want you to watch her video. And you tell me if you don't get a tear in your eye. Because she's emotional. Why is she so emotional? Because she got better. She got better. And she's not just a little better, she's better. And that's better than a little better. It's Friday. We have a 9-step process. We've been treating back pain for 23 years. And we've isolated that there are 9 steps that patients need to go through. We have a 9-step process. There's no drugs, there's no surgery, but there's 9 steps. And if you go through the 9 steps, you will get better. So, when she came in, did an MRI. Bulging disc, herniated disc, degenerated disc, stenosis, sciatica. She had 4 of the 5 causes. 4 of the 5 causes of sciatica. She had a pinching of the nerve in her low back from the herniated disc and the degenerated disc and the stenosis, and that pain went down her leg. Okay, all the way down her leg. We learned yesterday that the sciatic nerve is the largest nerve in your body. It's about as big as your thumb, but it's also the longest nerve in your body. It goes from all the way from the low back all the way down to the big toe. It's the longest nerve in your body. The largest and the longest, and when it pinches, it hurts. It hurts a lot. She was suffering with a lot of sciatica, a lot of pain, and she was not getting any better. Herniated disc, pinching the nerve, we've talked about that. Degenerated disc, pinching the nerve, bulging disc, or a flat tire. This is all part of the degenerative cascade. She had a serious back problem because she had this thing for 23 years. And the longer you have the back problem, the more wear and tear you get. Okay, it's called the degenerative cascade. It starts sometimes with an injury when you're a teenager and it gets worse, and that was her case. It started when she was a teenager and got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And you get narrowing of the openings, called the stenosis. Okay, she came in to see us. And when she came in to see us, her pain on a 0 to 10 scale was a 10, and her Oswestry Disability Index was a 50. She was 50% disabled as a result of her injury and her surgery and everything else. Okay, the pain had affected her lifestyle, and actually, she's probably more disabled than that because she was taking all those narcotics. But she started the program. We affect the disc. We affect the disc. Nobody else affects the disc. We get healing in the disc. We allow for the disc to heal. When she started her therapy, she was a 10. At the end of her therapy, she was a 1. And her Oswestry Disability Index had gone from a 50 down to a 4. She was better. Literally 100% saved her life. Able to restore her function back to normal, able to get her life back. What makes us different? We affect the disc. We have a scientific study that was just published in a medical journal December of 2016. And what they identified is we are the best treatment for disc-related problems. The most advanced disc problems get better without drugs and without surgery. This is about outcomes. This is about tools. 4 years later, we followed up. Said, how you feeling? Oswestry Disability Index was a 2. Back pain was a 1, sciatica was a 1. She could improve after she was done with our therapy. That's the goal. What do? We take you from hopeless, confused, frustrated, suffering, in some cases severely depressed, continue to get better. She continued narcotics, which is a dangerous. an on-narc combination, and we take you to where you can start doing the things you love again. Now, Carmelita is on Facebook a lot, and she's always sort of tweeting out or Facebooking out, what is that called? When she does something, she takes a lot of pictures. She goes on a lot of vacations. She dances a lot. I know she goes to CrossFit every single day because she says that she's there. And I believe her, and she's living her life. Okay? So here's our goal. It's a 9-step process. What do? We get outcomes. We get better outcomes. That's what you need to know. If you like what you hear, you can like our Facebook page, and there's a link on our YouTube channel for our Facebook page. But more importantly, we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share this information with your friends and family because we offer relief when nobody else can. That's it. I'm out. Happy Friday. We'll see you Monday because I'm not making any videos on the weekend. Matter of fact, I'm turning my phone off. That's not true. But